Another episode of Late Night Fix with Short the Vix. How you guys doing? Very mild day today. I literally took two trades, one loser, one winner, came out slightly green today, and then I just decided wait out the choppy nonsense until the minutes came out. The minutes came out, literally nothing happened. Essentially what was said in the Fed minutes, there were a couple of mentions of wage price spiral, which is really not good. And then what we also got was basically the Fed saying, we are going to continue to raise interest rates, but if we completely fuck up the entire system and break it, then we'll stop. Was essentially what they said. We got PPI data this morning, which actually came out a little bit hot. It can give a little bit of an indication of how CPI is going to be on either side. I still think with rents coming up, oil and all this nonsense, I think it's still very possible that we have a pretty big beat on CPI. I think that would be a pretty interesting thing that would happen if we actually got that, or not a beat, sorry, a miss. So coming in higher than expected, beating whatever higher number, not beat, but like higher number. Typically in the world, when you have a higher number, you win. Not with CPI though. With the jobs report coming out tomorrow too, if we then get lower unemployment, jobless claims, high CPI, market's dying. If it's a little bit of a mixed bag on the two, where it's like, okay, well, jobless claims a little bit high, CPI might be right around expectations, the market can probably fuck around again. And we could see some nonsense. But how's everybody doing tonight? We got a lot of interesting things to cover. Again, this is a public stream, so if you guys wouldn't mind running up the likes on this video over here, I'd really appreciate that. Oh, you guys are killing it so far. Let's see how quick we can get to 100 likes, team. I would appreciate that. Costs you nothing to do it. Helps us out a whole lot on here, spreading this information out. Again, we've been saying essentially everything that's going to be happening so far. Do I day trade on Webull? Yes, sir, I do. I love Webull. Webull's great, man. Webull is awesome for trading. The systems have lost all control. Hey, buddy. What's up, Leo? How you doing, buddy? Come on, 8.5. See, here's the thing. Everybody's cheering for high CPI because they want to make money on puts. Fair. The problem is that I do want to see things come back to some normalcy. There's a real big issue right now out in the market that people just don't realize. And I said this in the video. I've said this a few times. People are buying the dips on stocks right now that are never going to come back up, potentially, if the Fed completely screws this whole situation up. And it has to do with TINA. Remember how we were talking about TINA 2 weeks ago? There is no alternative. Now it's bah. It's like a sheep. Bonds are an alternative. BAAA. We're going to get to that point where bonds are going to be a very, very attractive investment. Black Betty, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate that. Black Betty, I know you've been killing it in there with 1348. I appreciate all the support. And I'm really happy that you guys are killing it, man. You still have put it closed. So now you have a call and a put. IV is high, man. You need a really, really big move in either direction. If I were to do anything, I'd probably go with a TLT strangle, but that's just me. Whenever IV is high and I still want to play both sides of things, and I think there could be a pretty big movement, I usually just go for TLT. Bah, yeah. You flip 2 puts, 1 call on 0 day on SPY today. Why would you play 0 days? Come on, team. I thought we were what do you call it? I thought we were being smart about it. Ryan? Yes, I think so. What stocks do you think have the best chance of recovery in the future if the market tanks? I don't know. I would be very interested to see how crypto does. I'd be very interested to see how crypto and crypto-related stocks do. I mean, again, it's kind of a uncharted territory here. Like we're going into, okay, here's kind of the breakdown of what's happened. Then we're going to get into the charts and then we'll go into the bond stuff. But everybody pay attention here. Make sure you guys hit that like button on the stream on your way in. Here's what's happened. The reason why this situation right now with the whole market is so bad is it's not just because of the pandemic. And some of you guys may subconsciously know this if you're older, but the reason why this whole situation is so bad is because after 2008, when they just did these mild levels of quantitative easing, sending rates lower, over all of this time, you've created a very significant issue in the system where lots of things have overinflated themselves. Lots. So the problem is that you turbocharged the issue in 2020. Did they need to do it? To an extent. But now you guys, I hate to get into this side of it, but now you guys see how fucked up the entire government system is. Everybody's coming out now and they're like, yeah, we actually didn't study this. It wasn't as bad, blah, blah, blah. It's like, but you've just created the worst problem in financial history because you decided to say everybody can't fucking go anywhere. And we're like at that point, it's like everybody lost their mind. So you have to fix the issue. How do you fix it? You have to reset some things. We've seen the valuation reset, and I've told you where things are going to go. There's going to be a massive shift into private equity, venture funds, things like that. Because when you're able to take on risk, and I would say if you're at least an accredited investor, this is probably where people are going to go. When you're able to take on risk, they're really hunting for one golden goose in like the private equity venture capital space, that eventually it goes public one day, 10 years down the road, and you turn 50 grand into 50 million. Started with the creation of the Fed. That's fair. You could probably trace it back really, really, really far. Market dumpster fire tomorrow. It depends on the data, algo. So that is the issue. Continuous government spending doesn't help. It not only doesn't help, it's one of the main issues. And our government just spends money like a lottery winner. They're like, yeah, whatever, man. Everybody gets money. It's like Oprah. It's like you get a fucking check. You get a thing. Everybody, like, you can't do that and expect things to be okay. So now here we are in this situation where we're going to get more rate hikes, and we're in a very, very, very dangerous situation. But I want to go through some of these things about Tina with you guys, because like, you have to know this. This is the thing. It's like, these are things that you guys have to know. If you don't know this and you're going to just start dip buying shit because some asshole on Twitter is like, oh, buy the dip. No, you can't be doing that. Because you could be in a situation where you just see chop forever and you just piss away 10 years. If you're 50 years old or 45 years old and you're headed into retirement, okay, then you're fucked. So these are things that you have to understand. The 60-40 bond portfolios, the different types of allocations in portfolios, they're coming back. If the Fed continuously fucks this up, they're going to be back big time. But I think in general, they're going to be back. So looking at this right here, this article that came out, we've been talking about this for a while, the concept of Tina. And you're looking at expected returns here. Computing expected returns for bonds is simple. Look at the yield. If the yield on 10-year bonds is 4%, then barring a default of like the United States, an investor will earn 4% annually for 10 years. Future stock returns are unknown, and they come with more risk because of that uncertainty, but potentially a higher return or reward. However, we can use valuation ratios and statistics to establish a range of expected results. It is often said that trading on valuations is difficult. That is because over short periods, there is no correlation between valuations and returns. But over more extended periods, valuations are excellent barometers of future returns. For instance, this graph down here, yada, yada, yada. It's kind of a weird graph here. We don't really need to talk about this one. It goes Schiller, PE, market cap, all that nonsense. If you don't know that, we can talk about that a little bit later, but it's going to take too long to kind of go through all of that stuff right now. This is the one that's really important. Where is it? This one. Stock expectations versus bond yields. Before comparing expected stock returns and current bond yields, it's worth contemplating that a stock investor should demand a return premium versus bond yields, which makes sense because you're taking on more risk. You're going out into the public market and you're subjecting yourselves to risk. It's not risk-free or guaranteed any return. You're in the equity market, not the debt market. The premium accounts for taking on more price and return volatility, basically what we've just said. In additional risk, since 1950, investors have earned on average 5.53% total return premium, meaning more, for owning stocks over bonds. As we share below, an investor can buy the 10-year U.S. Treasury note at 3.95. It's a little lower than that right now. It's going to fluctuate basically every second of the day. which is better than the average of the 3 expected stock returns. Further, an investor can take some credit risk, which is essentially like credit risk is going to have to do with if like Moody's or S&P decides to downgrade Apple and you're holding their corporate bonds. And earn nearly 6% on investment-grade corporate bonds. Doing so would easily beat stock returns. The simple conclusion is that for the entirety of the next 10 years, bonds are the better bet. And I almost tweeted this out today because I thought this was pretty interesting. But people have gone from saying like, oh, dude, I found this thing called Coin and it's going to give me a 3,000% APY to then having to go to be like, I'm going to buy the United States 10-year treasury yield. There's a shift happening. And it depends on how big the shift is actually going to be, is how aggressive and you need to be with these different allocations. Like it could go from like 60-40 bond stock instead of like 60 stock, 40 bond. It could completely switch the other way. Thoughts on AMTD? You're playing with fire. You're playing with fire on that one. Oh, what's up, Long? How you doing, buddy? Oh, you guys are killing it on like side. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But this is the situation that we're in right now. Now, more short term, we have things like this. What's the target rate, right? Probability right now. Let me see what this refreshes to. It's in the 75.8. Interesting. So 75.8% probability for a 75 basis point hike in November. I personally think we're going to get 75, 50, 50. That's what I think. If they go 50, I think you can see the market rally a little bit. So TLT up. Not necessarily. When yields go up like this, TLT will go down. So TLT will go down until potentially something breaks. So here's what could potentially happen. If here, okay. So here, for all of you guys watching this stream right now, you're about to get some real spicy game. Ready? If the Fed comes out and pivots and there's an issue with the yields, like it's very similar to what happens in what's happening in England right now, and they say, I don't think they're going to do this, but if they do, and they say that they're going to start buying bonds, they are going to blast TLT to infinity. And you know what that means? That would, if they announce that, I will do something fucking crazy and you'll see a 10,000% gain. I beat you to it. Yeah, there's a no nonsense policy for fucking losers in my live chat. So if you decide to be a fucking loser, I will ban you. Just so you guys know. Right there, first victim. You decide to be a loser and bye-bye. Sorry. My stream, I make the rules. If you violate them, adios. But that's potentially what could happen. In the meantime, TLT will most likely go down. As yields go up, TLT will go down until, can you use rockets in the chat? You can do whatever you want. Except for being a loser. So leaps on TLT if you can afford it? No. Wait, what are people doing? Don't worry. I stole your victim. I did. Nothing, Tyler. You need a news catalyst. You need an event. You need the Fed to come out and say something. You need the Fed to say, I'm buying bonds, doing something crazy like that. You seem to be losing a lot of viewers. That might happen when you don't talk about things and feed into the echo chamber and feed around with what everybody else likes to say. When you go against the crowd of what the crowd usually likes to say, you're usually right. And you guys are going to get some crazy game over here if you stick around. Like that TLT stuff. If you guys hear any bond purchases coming from the United States, what direction you want the market to go tomorrow? I don't really care, honestly. I genuinely don't care. If it's going to go up, I'll play calls. If it's going to go down, I'll get some puts. I'll scout my 1%, 2%, 3% and get on with it. That's really what I'm looking for, Tyler, buddy. That's all I'm looking for. Just hit 100 basis points, make it better faster. No, that'll cause some real big issues. Fast stock news. Yeah, I use that a lot. I use fast stock news a lot. And then what else we have over here? So tomorrow, consumer price index, core CPI, which is excluding food and energy. You get the 3 month seasonally adjusted annual rate year on year. Initial jobless claims, continuing claims. Play both direction calls and puts. Please, okay. So here's the deal: if you decide to then go in, on either side before the actual event comes out, which you would have had to do today, especially with the IV on SPY right now and the price of these contracts, you need a giant move in either direction. It doesn't make sense. What would make sense is going with TLT. I wouldn't play it both ways right now. You can play it like up and then down and then up and then down like that. You could do that if the charts are going to tell you where it's going to go. But I wouldn't just YOLO it in there. That's a silly decision. So again, tomorrow's huge. CPI, jobless claims. You're going to see this number, this target rate probability, probably go all over the place when CPI comes out. It's going to shoot down or shoot up. Now, the other thing that you have to look out for here too, this is really interesting. So this is on the daily, but let's bring this on the 4-hour because this paints a little bit of a better picture. This is the UK 30-year gilts. This is what the Bank of England's been buying. So what happened recently was you saw all of this buildup in these yields because people were selling these bonds and the pension funds were getting booty clapped. What's the minimum to get Pythagoras? What do you mean? Everybody has access to Pythagoras. Everybody has access to Pythagoras, guys. It's in the community over there. So again, if you guys want to come check it out, again, it is the best trading community that exists on the internet right now. The amount of knowledge that you guys are gonna get in there, the live streams, the curriculum, the algorithms, the alerts that we have right now, they're the fastest alerts, real-time options data, and we have some crazy things coming for you guys soon here too. You definitely don't want to miss it. It's gonna be fun. Facts, 100% Shining Wiz. But here's what's going on with the yields right here. So you saw this nonsense. The Bank of England announces these the bond buying program, and then the yields tank because they're bidding these bonds up and the yields are coming down. Makes sense. Now, the pension funds had a brief window to get out of their positions, meet margin calls, do whatever they needed to do. But this right here was a 3-day period. This is 3 days. So then you start to see the yields come back up. What happened today? The yields essentially get all the way back up to where we started, and then the Bank of England buys it again and shoots it right back down. Here's the problem with this. This is ending. This is ending Friday. The bond buying purchases are ending Friday. So if this situation happens again, after Friday, and the Bank of England isn't there to step in and push these yields back down, what happens? Zoom! Uh-oh. Pound gets killed. Dollar shoots. Bonds go kaput. If the pension funds haven't gotten out, they're fucked. Donald, you'll make that money back in a trade or two. Trust me, Shining Wiz. We have people making thousands a day, man. It's crazy, dude. Bots and algos changed my game big time. Yeah, shout out to you guys that are in there with us and especially the OGs, man. And all you new people, too, that are coming in there and learning. It's really cool to see you guys hopping in there with us and learning in like the questions that you ask in the beginning when you're a beginner and you don't really understand what's going on. Then a couple weeks later, you're calling out stuff that I don't even see. It's really cool, man. Scar, have a nice night, man. Don't YOLO anything stupid, please, or else I'm gonna find you and shave your head. That's what's gonna happen here. But this is something that you guys need to watch out for here. The UK 30-year bonds. This is what they've been buying, and they expanded their purview too. So worth it. Appreciate that, guys. Yeah, we're We're going to keep doing our thing over here, and it's only going to get better. Watch out for what we have coming up. It's going to be big. Massive catalyst, lol. If you don't think inflation and jobs report is big, I don't know what to tell you, pal. I don't know what to tell. Whoa, Brian. What's up, buddy? How you doing? What's up, buddy? Shout out to Brian. Brian's who I went to the Red Sox game with. Brian, that was fun, man. Hopefully you've been doing good, dude. You may cut your hair anyway, but I'm not shaving it. I don't care what you think you're going to do. I will come over there and shave your head. If you start YOLOing and doing that nonsense again, been a while. Yes, sir. Good to see you back in here, man. All right, guys. Yeah, again, if you don't mind hitting that like on the way in, helps out a whole lot over here. But this is what we need to think about here. And again, we can take a little look at SPY. Futures. What the fuck? Oh, hold on. Futures. Let's see what futures are at right now. So they're up 0.3%. Nothing crazy. 3587. That's where we're at right now. Oil flat. Yeah, everything's going to brace for CPI. So in a single day, what is the average amount of trades to be getting max gains? Okay. There's no, okay. So Donald, here's what you, what I would suggest that you do. And this is what we suggest to everybody is come in, paper trade, learn the system, and look at those compounding interest calculators and get the feel for trading. Because once you see the percentage gains in your account per day, or the actual dollar amount that you need to realize per day to get you on that journey of compounding, it becomes much more realistic, and you can go a lot more risk off with your trades and just shoot for those base hits. So again, it's not going to be the same for everybody, but I've seen some crazy games. Lies. These scammers know zero. Oh, man. Oh, man. Woke America. This is why I always say Darwin needs to come back, bro. If this, like, natural selection's got to make a comeback, man. So wait till 10 days still or jump into the first candle, rimmed it? Well, it depends. It depends on what it is. I mean, Woke says it all. I know. Scar later, buddy. Let's see. It depends. I mean, I trade before 10 a lot, but it's, again, watch that trading before 10 video that we have for you guys in the Discord there. Darwin didn't kill people. I know, bro. I know. 1348 front row. You can't have these sides over here enjoying the move. I'm doing good, but I'm off social media now. This is where it's at. Gonna jet out though. Smash that thumbs up, Brian. I appreciate that, man. Haven't been able to get into the Discord. If I jump in tomorrow, will the month count from tomorrow, the end of the day of October? We have a special deal with Patreon because our community is rapidly growing all of the time. That if you join now, you're on your own billing cycle, so you won't get charged until you'll pay, and then you won't get charged until like the next, like this time next month. Can I go live tomorrow at 8:25? Maybe. You got margin call for $80 and they're only giving me 2 days. Why can't I get a Bill Huang deal? Because you're not paying for what's his name, Johnny at the prime broker desk is new yacht. Like, that's just not how it works. Sorry. Awesome. Thanks, D. Ortiz. Hope to see you in there, buddy. Yeah, I'm live at 8:45 until 10:30 there every single day. Then Gabe's live. Then we're both live. Then we got the lives on Monday nights, which we didn't do this week, but we'll be back on those. And dude, if I told you the things that we had coming right now, you guys would be like, what? But just wait, we got some crazy stuff coming for you guys. We're already the best place to learn how to trade and to continue trading, but the stuff that we're about to bring out is just like, it's turning on the jets, baby. I'm so pumped. But looking at SPY going into tomorrow, again, futures are slightly green. Everything is really going to hinge on CPI. This is Apple. I don't need Apple. So looking at this right here, we have these two levels. We have this 360.87 to the upside and this 355.87 to the downside. That 355.87 is right around the 52-week lows. I actually kind of want to move this down to the actual 52-week low here. Bink. Just so we have a better look there. So 355.71 is what we're going to look at that. When do you expect to announce something? Within the next few weeks. Within the next few weeks. Jason, it's coming. Don't worry. Futures don't know the future. Agreed. I don't put very much weight on futures. It doesn't like unless I'm trading futures, which I don't. I kind of want to. I'm asking every day. All right, Jason. I'll get on it. It's ready to go. I just got to change some things. I told you we got to change some things, and we gotta schedule a rollout date. You can't rush me. Do we have to wear jackets when I announce? Why would you have to wear a jacket? Why would you have to wear a jacket? Like when I no. But that's kind of what we're looking for going into tomorrow. Again, guys, do not try and be a hero. Don't do it. If you try and trade zero, well, you can't trade 0 days tomorrow unless you're trading SPX 0 days like a crazy person, which I would not be doing. You're asking for trouble. The issue is that you easily could see more chop. Literally take this price action to your grocery store, scan it, see what you get. Just barcoding all day long. I hit, what was the move today that I hit? Was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. Because I got stopped. Where was it? I had 2 trades today. I was trying to play this break. Where was it? I think it was this. I think it was it's today. This is today, right? Yeah. I think it was this break of the 48 that I was trying to snag. This one. Breaking it back down. It shot up a little bit, and I was like, nah, I don't like this. So then I played the 5-minute 200 EMA rejection. This one right here. Yeah, it was maybe it was this one. Yeah, I think it was this one. And I was out by these candles right back down. I think it was this one. I have to look at the timestamps because there's a 200 EMA rejection, and before that, I was trying to play the slip down of the 1-minute 48 or try to catch it slipping. You went 65% cash in your long account, but increasing it daily with 1348. There you go, man. I mean, that's the name of the game. I like the results speak for themselves at this point, man. I mean, you guys have been killing it. You keep your SPY scalps at a minimum of 5 days. You can still make plenty really fast. Yeah. 0 day to expiration got you too. Learn your lesson. Thank you. Please, you have. I mean, again, I can sit here and say, hey, 0 days are probably not what most people should be doing. But again, until you see it for yourself, the worst thing that can actually happen to you with 0 days is you win 3 giant trades in a row of like over 100%. That's the worst thing that can happen, because then you can go on a streak of like 15 big losers. And if you can't get out of the trades quick enough at your stop, let's say you're taking your losses at let's say you're aiming for 15%. It's going to go boom, right down to 25, 30, and it's hard to get out. Trying to reprogram the Reddit out of you. Yeah, I think a lot of people need to do that. A lot of people need to do that. You have to change your mindset when you're approaching trading. It's a very, very different game. 0 days hurt. Again, I'll do it sometimes, but I also know the risks. This is the thing. I know exactly what I'm getting myself into in my risk. Most of the time when I'm trading 0 days, I'm trading with less than 1% of my account. Crazy to see all the OGs still here after taking a break for school. Think I'll finally pull the trigger? Vin, I'd love to see you in there, buddy. We'll help you every step of the way, man. We have an awesome community of people in there. But that's the thing. Like, I won't use, it's all risk. Like, if you see me post a screenshot of like 0 days, it's not a big trade. It never is, because it doesn't make sense to subject myself to that type of risk. Remember how last night we were talking about the 3 M's? Method, what was it? Money management and mindset. People like to focus on method too much. Where 1348, the most profitable EMA crossover strategy, it's been studied, the research is there, it prints. Like it prints, it works. The thing is one, you got to learn the strategy around it that we teach. You can't just willy nilly on the crosses. But again, you have your system. If you start jumping around all over the place to other things, I mean, you're missing the two most important aspects of trading. The two most important aspects of trading are the mindset and money management going into the trade. One, we teach you the money management skills in there and risk management and everything like that. But the mindset that you need to have is something that you almost need to figure out for yourself. You can't go into every single trade thinking or hoping that it's going to be a 50 to 100% gainer. Or what I would say is, I mean, anything over 50%, I would say is a home run. You can't go in thinking that because you're most likely not going to see those trades go there. And the amount of risk that you have to take in order to get those trades to get up to that amount is pretty significant because you're going to see the trades go from 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, back down to 10 to 30. It's too much risk. Can you make it free and do all that nonsense? Yes. What's the furthest from the money you would buy a contract at? Yeah, not far. 2 strikes. If I get a lot of time, maybe 3. But that's the thing that people don't realize about trading. Most systems work. 1348 works. The results speak for themselves. You see everybody doing it. So why would one person have success over another? Well, it's your mindset and money management skills going in. You kill it in paper trading, but it does not translate into live trading. That's another aspect of it right there. It's the same. That's a perfect illustration of how it plays out. Your emotional strength and emotional intelligence. Here's the other thing. You have to almost think about like your own personality. You have to know yourself in order to be a successful trader. For me personally, I like taking those quick scalps with a bunch of time. That's where I feel the most comfortable in the trades. They're not moving all that much. If the trade starts to go in my favor pretty significantly, you catch a $1, $1.50, $2 move on SPY, you're up 10, 12%, 10, 15%. Sayonara. You're not getting stopped out that much. It slows things down and it doesn't trigger that, oh, fuck system in my brain that makes me do stupid things. So I go with what works. I play 2 to 3 expiration dates out on the SPY, usually 3. I like 3. So like today, again, the trade that I got stopped out on was me trying to be a hero with Fridays. Then I went with Mondays, killed it. Crushed it. Slaughtered the trade. You guys saw me do it live in the stream this morning. So it's those types of things that you need to understand. I can help guide you guys along the way, but sometimes when you guys are like, oops, I was listening to you play 0 days. I wasn't following the rules that you guys talk about. It's like, again, we can sit here all day and talk about it, but you have to buy into the system and think, okay, they're saying this for a reason. We've all made these mistakes. The people that have been doing this for a long time, we've all made these types of mistakes. So anything that we say is for a reason. It's coming from experience saying, okay, this is probably not what you want to be doing. STB is better than STB. Sorry, bro. That's fine. If you're secure in the bag, go for it. How many times have I clapped an account? I'd say once. You can, so it'd be once or, I mean, I could say twice, but it was more of the same account, if that makes sense. Like I went from like 2K to 12K just for, like when I was first starting, just boom, hit it quick. And then there was like a stretch where it just went boom right down. And then it was a slow bleed out. But that was in like the very beginning where I was like, I just like didn't know what I was doing. It was X, wasn't it? No. This was like years ago. Let's see. Couldn't trade much. You did keep it 356 put for the 17th open. Good luck, man. It was silver. No, it wasn't. It was, I think it was like 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. If it's exciting, you're doing it wrong. Being bored is doing it right. Quoted by SCV. Yes. Exactly. What my best trading days are when I'm literally bored out of my fucking mind. I'm just bored. I make my money during the day. The trade goes in my favor, quick 10, 12, 15%. I'm out. I've made my money for the day. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm done. Still mad at silver? Nah, it wasn't silver. It was steel. I never got slapped on silver. So these are the things that you guys need to understand. And that's main, like a really, really pivotal part of the things that we talk about a lot. You blew up 2 accounts before 1348, never again. DM, I bet you, I would say, I don't know how big those accounts were previously, but some of the gains that I was seeing, I'm hoping that you've made those back, because the gains that I've seen you make, dude, are fucking ridiculous. I love to see it, man. It's hard to be bored. Okay, it's hard to explain it this way, but if you've ever played golf, the best rounds of golf you'll play, you're bored. Trading's like golf, man. That's really what it is. That's how I feel. I made a good trade early this morning, then I got bored and lost all the gains. Exactly. If you're up for the day, especially you, Tyler, with your girlfriend, your SUV, don't see Tyler. Don't try to fool me in thinking that I don't know why you got an SUV in high school. I've been there. I've done it. It's fine. It's what you got to do. Smart move. But put that SUV to good use, huh, buddy? Find a poorly lit alley, and get some mileage out of that thing, huh? Don't have a kid, because then you're gonna overtrade and try to make some money. But let's figure it out here, huh, bud? I'm just kidding. Do what you gotta do. But it's hard. I mean, we were talking about that a little bit earlier, where it's like it is hard once you see the game, once you're up for the day, you don't want to give them back. What the fuck? I thought this was stocks. It is. So I can't afford to blow my account. No, I'm kicking losers that say dumb things. Hot potato, what's up, buddy? Find some poorly lit alley and start trading that thing now. Sick view. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. It's my mom's car. Sorry. All right. Gotta do what you gotta do, though, bud. Like sometimes, sometimes. It's hey, don't ask, don't tell, huh? Clean up after. Take it to the car wash. Hey, mom, I got your car detailed. Why'd you do that? I just wanted to be a really good son. Okay. Oh, what's up, team? How you guys doing? Should we be on good behavior? Nah, we can be on bad behavior. We can be on bad behavior. But again, going into tomorrow, guys, and I want you guys to think about, like, it's the mindset that you need to have going into every single trade. You follow the rules. The rules are the first step. But then after that, you have to settle down your thoughts and your emotions. If you're able to control your emotions, you become a monster. So make sure you guys hop in there if you're ready, if you're prepared for it. Again, those brave ones that have come in so far are doing very well. You guys want to hop in there with us on the streams? You guys know where to find us. Love to see you in there, man. But let's see here. So that's kind of the breakdown for what we have going into tomorrow. Tina, watch the UK bonds to see how they're going to react tomorrow and Friday. You could see the last ditch effort to try and throw the kitchen sink at getting yields down so that these pension funds can figure it out. If that happens, Monday could be an absolute shit show in England when you see a giant, almost fire sale of these bonds. JP Morgan is calling for a 5% drop on CPI data. Where is this coming from? I love how just nobody understood the joke that I was making right now. No comment, no nothing. That joke was top tier, dude. Detail the car? Come on, man. Nobody understood that? SPY at the 200 EMA on the weekly pivotal point. Yeah, it is. If you pull this up over here. I mean, it's below, but you've closed down below a few times. I mean, if you look at it historically, you cracked down below. This was pandemic. You flashed it here. This is taper tantrum. You bounced off it here. This was probably the election. No, I don't remember where this was. That's not election, but January of 2016. I forget what was happening there. And then what is this? 2011, and this is 08. So yeah, pivotal point here. I mean, if you start slipping down below this 200 EMA, I honestly think this level here, this is key. It's the top of the pandemic zone. We're laser focus fixed. There will be no jokes. All right, man. All right, man. Me, Kevin mentioned it on his video today. Oh, interesting. Pre-COVID high. That's what I'm thinking about, the pre-pandemic highs. That level, this is probably going to get defended. It looks like 338 to 340, right around there. You're not that far away. That could happen in 2 days. 2 days of big red, and you're there. $16. So that level is going to be really important. 320. That's not the zone though. This is the top before March of 2020, and then bing, dead. So they might be able to bounce it off of there, which would be very interesting if it does. What's the best place to DM me? Let's do Twitter. Actually, Instagram's probably easiest, hot potato. And I'll make sure you guys are following me on Instagram too, because I've got some pretty saucy content coming out over there, and you guys better get ready for it. It's going to be fun. So I'll follow all you guys back right now. If you guys do want to follow me over there, here's that link right there. But here's the main thing that I want to leave you guys with before we kind of wrap up for the night. Yeah, 8:30 a.m. CPI data. So here's the main thing that I want to leave you guys with. I want you to think about, I think you may not do this on purpose, but I think a lot of people still trade the stock market with a gambler's mentality. And you shouldn't. And it's not that you're actually thinking about gambling and taking unnecessary risks, but it's you're coming into the market and behaving in a way that you would similar to a casino. You may not think you are, but you are. It's all about taking calculated risks because of very, very specific market indicators and what's going on in managing your emotions. Again, yes, the method is super important, and you should know the curriculum, the rules, exactly what you're looking for, the rims, the retests, everything like that you need to know, like the back of your hand. But what's going to really make you profitable is the mindset and the money management skills. If you can master those, you're golden. Ryan, you got to unfollow me and follow me back. I can't see. Let's see. I'll hop in there and follow some of you guys out right here before we back off. But that is the most important thing. You think the numbers will be cooked to help the administration? I personally don't think there's much that they can do at this point. If you look at this current administration and you want to see, it doesn't matter. Like you could be on either political side. I don't want a leader that can't speak or can't walk. Sorry if that ruffles anybody's feathers. I'd like to be able to hear some coherent thoughts every now and then. I don't care who it is. They're all bad. They're all shitty. You guys have heard me talk about this a lot. They're all terrible. But I would like to hear some coherent thoughts. And not be like, oh shit, what the fuck is about to happen? Unfollowed and followed back. All right, guys. So again, that's probably going to, all right, I think I got all you guys right there. That's probably going to wrap it up for tonight, guys. Again, hit that like on the way out. And again, if you guys do want to hop in there with us, the link is in the top of the live chat. I'll throw it in there before we leave. Hope to see you guys in there tomorrow morning. For all you guys that know the deal already and how much printing we do, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're back at it again. Let's go make some fucking money, people. All right, people. Peace.